Do you ever feel like you're doing the right thing, yet deep down you feel like you're doing the wrong thing? Spartans, welcome back to another episode of the Spartan Way podcast. I'm your host, Zach Evanesh, coming to you from beautiful Pittsfield, Vermont, the birthplace of all things Spartan. And in today's episode, I want to talk to you about finding strength in solitude. And I'm going to bring you back to my early years of starting the business of the Underground Strength Gym, early 2000s, at a time where I really felt out of place. I knew that I was doing the right thing in my heart, but it wasn't the common thing that everybody else was doing. And the common thing at the time was functional fitness, where people were doing stuff on one leg and stability balls and balance boards. And I remember saying to myself, I just don't connect with that. I connected more to doing something like this: sprinting hills outdoors, carrying tree logs from a tree that we cut down, lifting stones, training in a garage, basically doing at the time what was very underground and unorthodox, which today we see is very common. And when I was trying to fit in with the crowd, to wear a collared shirt, to tuck in my shirt and to implement that training, my heart kept telling me, this is not the way to build these beasts. This is not the way to build hammers. And I remember saying, you know what? I'm going to live my truth. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to write about exactly what we do and document things we do. And I'm not going to do what the others are doing, the common path. And I'll tell you, people called me an idiot. And that's probably some of the nicest things some people said. But looking back on it, I could say I lived my truth. I did what was in my heart. Because when you're looking outward versus inward, you're maybe going to follow the crowd. Maybe you'll be part of the crowd. But even though you're part of the crowd, you will still feel alone. And that's where it comes down to. The strongest men and women, they're okay with being alone if they are living their truth. And looking back on those early days of the underground, training the athletes in my backyard with a tree that we had to chop down, with stones, with the tree logs, with a climbing rope, going to the desolate playgrounds at the parks. If I would have followed the crowd, I would probably be living so much in regret. So here's what I want you to do today. Look inwardly. What is your truth? How can you live your truth? Don't look outwardly. If you're looking outwardly, you're likely just following what others are doing. But what does this say? What does your heart tell you to do? Do that thing. And that's it, guys. Live your truth. Thanks for watching this episode of The Spartan Way. I'm part of the Spartan Up podcast family. We're here 6 days out of the week, bringing you all things Spartan, whether it's nutrition, training tips, leadership strategies. You're going to find it here at the Spartan Up podcast. See you next time.